In the chaotic and lawless world of the internet, depression and disappointment run amok. TikTokers, YouTubers, streamers, and all manner of online icons seem to not display any sort of human decency at all. This has become a problem so widespread around the online ether that it almost seems no one on the internet is actually a good person. Whether it's a secret relationship with a minor or a literal scam they sell to you, there always seems to be something wrong with every influencer who's ever been online. That would be the case if it weren't for this one peculiar human named Anthony Potero, otherwise known as Anthony Poe, otherwise known as Anthropo. This is why we don't deserve Anthony Poe. Stay with me now. Anthony Potero was born in July of 2001, first starting out online with his short comedic vlogs, which he would record around his high school. Most of you guys may remember him from one of these vlogs. Vlogs like harassing people with Fat Yoshi, which gained over 12 million views. Today, his second most viewed video. Other classics include dressing up as a crab and watching people eat my family, disturbing students as Perry the Platypus, Chowder, a modern masterpiece. I especially like the thumbnail of this one, and every episode of Breaking Bad, featuring none other than still employed Nico himself. For the most part of this era of his channel, this would be what his content would consist of. Simple, soft-hearted comedy skits where he would do something which would either annoy or amuse his fellow schoolmates, and it would almost always go viral every time. Each one of these videos would get literally millions of views despite them looking like they came straight from 2013. An interesting feat if you ask me. Now on the surface it might seem like this Anthony Poe is some douchebag, attention-starved, divorced parent, virgin high school wannabe YouTuber who does these comedic stunts without any much thought except for how cool it would sound as a YouTube title. Which would be true if it weren't for the fact that this dude was pretty much a star at this point, and if it weren't for this video. This was where we would get the first glimpse into Anthony's true personality. This video would also inadvertently foreshadow what we would see in his later videos. Now Anthony was in college, and just like in high school, his videos during this time would consist of him doing ridiculous and questionable things in and around his college. Notable videos include Can We Eat 1,000 Straws?, Ruining College as Perry the Platypus, Pimp My Dorm, and Can a White Guy Win an Asian Beauty Contest, to mention a few. Now, in this era of Anthony Poe, we kind of start to get a better glimpse of his inner beauty and that element he possesses which separates him from the rest, and also the main point of this video. While other YouTubers of this genre focus heavily on creating the most mind-bending, mouth-opening videos humanly possible in order to rake in as many views as humanly possible, Anthony does not do that, instead opting to create videos which are like this perfect combination of a regular college vlog and outrageous public stunt. It really adds to this homey and grounded feeling you get when watching an Anthony Poe video. His videos just truly feel like a bunch of college kids goofing around, which is about the most amount of goofing around most people get to experience in real life. Hence why his videos feel so comfy in a sense, compared to something like I tried the 100 weirdest ways to die. Same amount of views, by the way. Moving on, this era of Anthony Poe was where we got to see more of that mature and wholesome side of himself, which was only scarcely present in his older videos. Some of these videos would include little cutaways of him sort of realistically retrospecting, if that's what it's called. But despite these cutaways only lasting for a couple seconds at most, it manages to give us this glimpse into what actually goes on behind the insanity and character playing of YouTubers like him, inviting us to realize that he, and realistically every other YouTuber in this niche, is just a human, like us. Without the camera, these people are merely just, well, people. And yes, I mean people like Mr. Beast, Eric, the Stokes twins, who have 100 million subs right now for some reason, by the way, and all the others. It's just that the demands for entertainment have skyrocketed so far off into the ether that it would be pretty much impossible for other YouTubers to do the kind of thing Anthony does with his brutally realistic outtakes. Either that, or most YouTubers in this niche just have egos too massive to compress into a video only a few seconds less than 15 minutes. Keen Anthony fans may have noticed the apparent inconsistency of Anthony's video viewership during this time, with only some videos getting a couple million views. The even keener fans may also know that this was due to Anthony's gradual pivot to a more real and vloggy style of content. Such fans during this time were most likely not aware of what truly underlined this pivot. Unbeknownst to them, it was something they wouldn't be that happy with. On May 15th, 2023, Anthony Poe posted this video, highlighting his highlights and downlights highlights, and then goodbye. Fans were shocked and confused. Why the sudden YouTube exit without any reason? The answer to that lied in a video Anthony posted approximately 2 months prior. In that video, he claimed that despite having absolutely enjoyed making videos for the channel, he didn't want it to end in a slow and painful decline, which, judging from his most recent videos up until that point, was where it was headed. He also stated that in life, things must come to an end, even a channel such as his. It is here we truly see, once again, the genuine Anthony. The Anthony that refuses to trade authenticity for views, overcook his thumbnails to oblivion, and the Anthony that knows when is the right time to stop. He came back exactly 1 year later. Turns out he wasn't so immature with the whole YouTube thing as he thought. On May 15th, 2024, Anthony Poe posted this gem of a video. In it, saying that after a year of thought, he realized that all he wanted to do with his life was make content. In the video, it can also be noticed how much Anthony's personality has changed. He has seemingly become more outgoing and YouTuber-like, if that makes sense, even daring to do what the top comment on that video said on the day he would once again end his channel. Yes, he plans to end it all again. Despite that, this would be the start of the era of Anthony. News, interviews, virality on all platforms, trends he started, and so much more. Truly peak Anthony it was, and still is to this day. It was at this time people who previously never knew about Anthony finally got to know him. It is here we witnessed classics like the Timothy Chalamet lookalike competition, I Was the New York Cheeseball Man, I Spent 200 Days as a Furry, and most recently, I Was Kid with Crocs. Banger after banger after banger, and the wave still crests to this day, and not without taste as well. Anthony, the creative genius, combines this old art of internet trolling with his deep philosophical side, kicking out masterpieces which make us both laugh and deeply reflect, as if the video wasn't about him smashing a bottle over his head. But let it not be forgotten the many years it took for Anthony to get to this point. From goofing around in high school to having a midlife crisis in college, the Anthony today is not a result of pure talent, but years of struggle and hard work, and that I personally think is where the beauty in Anthony lies. Due to him posting literally whatever, whenever, back in his younger years, we get this sort of hero's journey type plot where we, the audience, get to experience both the dramatic ups and downs of his life, something we critically lack in today's influencer landscape. It kind of makes Anthony Poe this safe space, you know, this r/PTSD subreddit where people of all walks of life can come and just restore their faith in the internet, even for just a short while. Amidst the intoxicating dark and dankness of the internet, we would eventually need some or someone to offset the very tipped balance. That someone, arguably, is Anthony Poe, the hero we all needed but don't deserve. Peace and love, brother.